Hi love, welcome back. In today's class, we are making this beautiful mesh top. If you are new to the channel, my name is Miss Ayi and you're welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you my love, thank you darling, thank you sweetheart for always coming back to class. This top fits a size medium to large. However, I'll guide you through to achieve your desired size. Let's get right into class. I'll be using Yaya lightweight acrylic yarn and I'll be tripling my strands and a 4.5 mm hook, your scissors, your stitch marker, your tape measure and your darning needle. To begin with, you're going to make a slip knot and you're going to chain 17. If you're making for a size small, consider chaining 15, and if you're making for a size large, chain 19. So this is a size medium and chain 17. After your 17 chains, you're going to yarn over, skip 2 and make a double crochet in the third stitch. So the skip chain 2 counts as a double crochet. So make a double crochet in that same stitch. So you have 2 double crochet in one stitch, yarn over, skip 1, make 2 double crochet in the next stitch. This is 1 and 2. Yarn over, skip 1, make 2 double crochets in the next stitch. So this is the pattern for row 1, and you're going to keep repeating this until you get to the last stitch, and I'll meet you there. Skip 1, and inside that last stitch you are going to make 5 double crochets. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now we are going to be working in the opposite direction and we are going to repeat the same stitch. So when you made your 2 double crochets, we are going to put 2 double crochets opposite of our 2 double crochet space. So inside that same space, you're going to put 2 double crochets. Yarn over, work your 2 double crochets in the opposite stitch of your previous 2 double crochets. So we are going to keep working 2 double crochets in the opposite stitches until the end of the row. At the end of the row, don't forget to put your last double crochet in that last stitch before you chain 2 and turn your work. Row 2, you're going to put a double crochet in the next stitch. So the pattern for row 2 is chain 1, skip 1, make a double crochet in the next stitch, chain 1, skip 1, make a double crochet in the next stitch until you get to where you made the 5 double crochets. That's the center of your work, and I'll meet you there. At the center of the work, with my work, you realize I have one stitch remaining and I want to work in the middle, so I'm going to chain one and put that stitch in the next stitch, so I'm not going to skip. So I would have one stitch to skip before the middle. I get to the very middle of our 5 double crochets. So chain one, then skip, and now inside the middle you are going to make 2 double crochets, chain 2 and 2 double crochets, all inside that middle stitch. Put your last double crochet and your middle is completed. Now to continue the work, you are going to chain one just as we were doing for the other side, so it's a repetition. So skip one and make your double crochet. You are going to chain one. You are not going to skip because we didn't skip at the other side. Make your double crochet in the next. Now you are going to follow up by chaining one, skipping one until the end of the row. At the end of the row, place your last double crochet, and that is the end of row 2. So row 3 or the next row, you are going to chain 2, turn your work, and we are going to place 2 double crochets in that space. We are going to place 1 double crochet in the next space. So this row is 2 double crochets in the chain 1 space and 1 double crochet in the chain 1 space. So we are alternating between 2 double crochets and 1 double crochet. So keep repeating your 2 double crochets and 1 double crochet in the single crochet spaces below, and I'll meet you at the middle or the center part of our work. So we are going to work double crochets in the double crochet spaces below. So place 2 double crochets in the spaces, 2 double crochets, and now to the center you are going to make 2 double crochets, chain 2 and 2 double crochets, all inside the chain 2 space or the center space. You are going to continue by making 2 double crochets in the next 2 stitches. You are now going to work your, after you are done with your 2 double crochets, you are now going to work your opposite direction by placing 1 double crochet. That is what we started with, so you're going to make sure you are doing the right thing. If you ended with 2 double crochet space, please make 2 double crochets, and if you ended with 1, make 1, and the next make your 2 double crochets and repeat this until the and you are going to repeat this until the end of the row, and I'll meet you at the end of the row. At the end of the row, you are going to chain 2 again and turn your work. So this row we are going to be working 2 double crochet, skip 1, 2 double crochet. So work your first 2 double crochets in the same stitch, skip 1 stitch, make 2 double crochets in the next, skip 1, make 2 double crochets, and you are going to repeat this until you get to the center. At the center of your work, you are going to place 2 double crochets. You're going to skip 1 and make 2 double crochets in the last stitch, and inside the middle where your chain 2 is, you are going to work 2 double crochets, chain 2 and 2 double crochets. chain 2 and 2 double crochets. At this point, my love, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. So to continue, you are going to skip 1, work 2 double crochets in the same stitch, skip 1, work 2 double crochets until the end of the row. At the end of the row, you are going to place your last double crochets. Remember, the chain 2 count as a stitch. So you should be having something like this, and if you're making for a size small, you just have to measure and see how many you would want to add, how many rows you would want to add. But if this is okay, you can pause here and wait. I'm going to add one more row and I'll meet you. So yarn over, and this row is going to be, we are going to be working 2 double crochets in the chain 1 space where we skipped. So it's just going to be 2 double crochets in that skip spaces above until we get to the center. So work 2 double crochets in that skip spaces until you get to the center of the work. And when you get to the center, as we are doing, or as we've been doing, just work 2 double crochets, chain 2 and 2 double crochets, and you're going to repeat this until the end of the row. I think I'm going to end here for my bra cup. This is okay for a size medium, but if you're making for a size large, consider adding one more row of this same 2 double crochets. Build a row inside the gap, and that should be fine. But if you want to add more rows, keep making 2 double crochets, 2 double crochets until whichever your desire size, and that would be the end. So you are going to make 2 times of this bra cap. So this is 1. Go ahead and make the other one, follow the same pattern, and I'll meet you when I have my 2 bra caps completed. At the end of your preferred size of the bra cup, cut and fasten your yarn, but make sure you leave a reasonable amount of yarn for us to connect to the other side of the bra cup. I have my 2 bra cup completed, and this is what the work is looking like. We are going to be attaching our bra cups together, but before, we are going to chain 15. If you're making for a size small, consider chaining 10, and if you're making for a very large, consider chaining 20. So chain, I'm going to chain 15 and cut, fasten your yarn, and you should be having something like this. To attach the middle part, you are going to insert your yarn, insert your hook, pull your yarn through, and you are going to chain 4. This depends on how, this is why I was saying you should cut and leave a reasonable amount of yarn, and you're going to chain 4 and connect it to the other end of your bra cup with a slip stitch. So make sure when you are doing yours, consider leaving a reasonable amount of yarn so you wouldn't struggle as I did. And now you are going to attach your yarn at the other side of your bra cup, the other end, and you are going to chain 15. So if you chain 20 at the other end, make sure you chain 20, and if you chain 15, make sure you chained 15. Row 1 of the main work, you are going to skip 1 and make single crochets in the chains until the end of the chain. At the end of your chain row, you are going to go inside each row of the bra cup with 2 single crochets until the center part. So go inside each row with 2 single crochets until you get to the center part, and I'll meet you at the center part. At the center part, you are going to make single crochets in each of your 4 single crochets you chain to connect. So you're going to make 4 single crochets. So if you chain 3 for your center part, you are going to make 3 single crochets. After your 4 single crochets, you are going to repeat the same as you did for the other bra cup. So you're going to put 2 single crochets in each row, and when you get to the mesh, you are going to put a single crochet in each stitch until the end of the row. At the end of the row, this is row 1 of our bra cup. Now we are going to start making our mesh, and this is mesh row 1. You are going to chain 1, 2, 3, and 4. Turn your work. You are going to yarn over, skip 1 and make a double crochet in the next stitch. Chain 1, skip 1, make double crochet in the next stitch. So this is the pattern for row 1. Chain 1, skip 1, make double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, make double crochet, and you are going to do that throughout until the end of the row. At the end of the row, you are going to chain 4 again, turn your work, and you are going to yarn over, make double crochets inside the skip 1 chain in our previous row. So chain 1 and make double crochet in the middle stitches until the end of the row. Chain 1, make your double crochet in the middle stitch, chain 1, make double crochets until the end of the row. At the end of the row, row 3, we are going to start our decrease row. You are going to chain 4, turn your work, and to decrease, we are going to be skipping the first stitch. So yarn over, skip that first stitch and make a double crochet in the next stitch. Chain 1 and keep making your chain 1 double crochets in the middle of the stitches until 2 stitches to the end, and we shall decrease at the end. So at the end of the row, to decrease at the end, you are going to make 2 incomplete double crochet in the next 2 stitches. So this would make it 1, and now you chain 4, turn your work, you are going to skip 1, skip the first stitch, and you are going to make double crochets in each stitch with chain 1 until the end of the row, and at the end of the row we shall decrease at the end. And remember, decreasing, we are putting 2 stitches together to make it 1, so make 2 incomplete double crochets in the last 2 stitches, and so yarn over, and this is how you decrease. So you are going to keep repeating this until you are left with only 1 mesh stitch. So depending on how you want, so I'm going to keep repeating this decrease process, and I'm going to decrease in the beginning and end of every stitch until I have 1 mesh stitch, and that would be in the middle. So just keep working your decrease rows, and I'll meet you at the end when I'm done with my decrease row and I have only 1 stitch in the center. So this is the 1 stitch, 1 mesh remaining. So you're going to chain 1 or 2, cut and fasten your yarn, and this is your work. You are done. You can go around the borders with a single crochet, but I prefer to leave it like this for that meshy feel. So to connect your strands, we are going to connect 2 long strands on top of our bra cap so we can cross it to the size. So you are going to connect your yarn and make a very long chain. I made about 250, but you don't have to if you don't want it long. Just make 200 chains and connect both sides. So you're going to make 200 chains on both sides, and after cut and fasten your yarn and connect it, and you are done with your work. Until we meet next week, my love, my darlings, my baby. I'm not feeling too well, but if you made it up until the video, just leave me a heart sign. It will help me get a bit better, and stay hydrated, and let's meet next week in class. Love and light. Bye bye.